Good morning, folks. So what you're looking at here is the screen that room members look at every day from 9:20 until 11 a.m. Most of the time I run over and go a little bit longer, but that's around the time. And what I'm going to do this morning, my guys have different things to do, or they're going to log in a little bit later. So I actually have the morning period to myself. So what I'm going to do is attempt to take a couple of setups in front of you guys so that you can see what making $1,000 looks like, and you can see, how quickly, and all that good stuff, right? So now I have to caution you, and I'll caution you again at that time. That's not how you're going to start out, right? So I don't want you to get kind of lollipops dancing in your heads, and starting to annualize. Well, if I make $1,000 a day, and on average you trade 200 days a year, that's $200,000. That's true, but that's not where you're going to start. Okay, you're going to start much small. Your position size even is going to be so much smaller than that, that it's certainly not going to. You're certainly not going to be able to make $1,000 as fast. But that is the direction in which you will be going. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out and set the stage. I will be back right now. It's more than a half hour before the beginning of the trading day. So I just wanted to point that out and show you what this screen actually looks like, before everybody even gets in. All these lines have been applied, and the zones have been applied by me. This is the Taos high zone. This is the Taos balance zone, and this is the Taos low zone. And over time, you will come to understand the value of these zones and how price responds to them, right? Not that they're magical, not that they, there's any, super secret. I mean, they're formulaic and they're my secret, but there's simply areas that I've over 20 years come to understand, other traders pay attention to, which means it's a good place to start watching what price is doing. Okay, but you'll learn more about that as we go. Right, I'm going to pause this here. And wait the full half. I don't know why I did this so early. The full half hour until the market opens, the cash market opens, and there's an opportunity for me to maybe take a trade. Okay, we'll see you then. Okay, gang, we're coming into the open here. And I have my what's called my trading depth of market here right in front of you, so you can see how things flow. You'll learn how all of this works. Here we go at the open. Let's see how this works, if we can get in there. All right, I just bought 20 contracts at 2168, and my stop is 2167. I know that I've been trading for a while, so I'll just go ahead and enter it so it makes it more sense to you guys. And let's see what we do here. I think we're at some point today we're going to go up here and get this all-time high at 72.5. But for the purposes of illustration, I'm going to go ahead and, if I can get out of this thing, at +4, I'm going to get out, because that'll give me the there it is. That'll give me the okay. So what you see here is 90 ticks, and that might seem like I'm going to move that over now so that I can talk to you and I can actually watch the market and see what's going on. That's not $90. That's 90 ticks. And in the world of trading the ES, every tick is worth $12.50, right? Now, I had already made 10 ticks by putzing around earlier. So it's actually 80 on that trade. It was 80 ticks. And if you do some quick mental or grab a calculator, 80 times $12.50 gives you $1,000. Okay. Now that's gross. That's not net. There will be commission costs, right? Of about, just assume $5 per contract, right? So, on that, it would actually be $900. I probably should have let it go a bit further, but, if it was going to go, where is it now? 69. It's already back to 68, right? So turns out that was a pretty good exit. And that was my setup. As a general rule, I don't like buying into highs and selling into lows. So that's not normally a trade that I would have taken, but I really wanted to take a shot there. If I had gotten stopped out, I would have been hanging around to try to get it back and all that good stuff. To show you guys just kind of how it works, right? I came into the day kind of hoping that I would have a loss first, or maybe a couple of losses first, and then work my way back into profitability, because that would have also allowed me to illustrate one of my core principles, that being a lower win rate is not a bad thing, right? So if I take, let's say for example, I take 4 trades, I lose on 3, and I win on 1, right? That's a 25% win rate, right? And so most people would think there's no way that makes money, but that's not true, because of something called expectancy, right? And we'll get into all of that over the course of the months to come, right? That's actually one of the training modules that you're gonna get, so that you really understand how and why this works. Okay, but that's it. I really wanted to kind of give you guys a jumping off point. As it stands right now, I'm going to produce this, send it out to you guys with an email, and so that we can move forward, get a what do you call it? Get a day set up so that we can get you guys rolling, coming in here each morning during the week, get you trained up so that you can start making moves on your own. Okay, so that's going to do it. Any questions, as always, ask the trader at theartofsimpletrading.com. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.